the great entrances in college football. It's Doug Koke on his Harley with Buttles the Duck on the back. Tradition here in Oregon. And this is a day in which the armed forces are once again being honored by the university during the spring game. Practice that Chip Kelly conceived of a couple of years ago. Members of the active military here. Just a rousing anthem played and a flyover. One of two flyovers for a spring game, Brock. Impressive.
How much Barner and D'Anthony are going to carry it? I don't think they're going to see much of that contact.
Yeah, you will not see most of the stars on special teams returning kicks. Ekpre Olomo, Ifo, one of the guys they'll be counting on in the secondary. It's something that both quarterbacks are excited about. Here's the first throw for Bennett. It's complete over the middle. In a short gain, it'll set up about the 3rd and 6. Josh Huff we don't expect to see. He has a slight fracture in his leg, so he's sitting out today. As Bennett on 3rd down delivers a nice strike to midfield. An accurate throw and a first down catch near the 50-yard line. Mark Elfrich and Nick Aliotta are the head coaches in their teams. On 3rd and long, Bennett takes off again. And they'll blow it dead just a few yards short of the first down. See if Bennett can keep this initial drive alive on 4th down. Now he's going to be hit and sacked in the backfield. Actually lost the football. So Tyson Coleman got in there.
Did so well standing in there over the last few years.
So here's the first pass attempt for Mariota. He delivers a short completion.
Of arm strength, really gifted runner.
Mariota throws well on the run. It's evident from watching the tape of him this spring.
Just watch this kid that we're redshirting.
Short gain, and that's a rarity. You won't see D'Anthony Thomas. They didn't bring him to the ground, but he...
7.
And there's a strike. Open man and a first down. He'll be much more productive than last season when he caught 3 passes. Little hesitation, and Ford has it on the delay. Burst forward for about 6.
Customer.
Ford again. First and goal, or first and 10 down near the 10-yard line.
Should remind many people of Dixon athletically.
And on first down, you see the ability that he has to accelerate. He's a long strider, so it's sometimes deceptive, Brock, I think, how quickly he's moving. This is Ford bouncing it and waltzing untouched into the end zone as the light team scores in its opening possession. Impressive drive by the redshirt freshman quarterback.
Benefit him to get hit, but you're 100% right. Brian is that type of guy. You know, he's an excitable kid, and I love it.
Seen Kenny Bassett run the ball a couple times. Another one of those very small running backs who's going to be pressed into duty today with character guy. He's going to pitch it out in the flat on first down. Catch made by Hawkins again.
Summer in a training camp.
There's the shovel pass underneath on 3rd and long, but nothing doing.
This month, which will be one of those determining factors when he makes that decision before Arkansas
Jackson
State.
Rice booms the punt. He, of course, is the guy that was a stud last year, averaging 46 yards a carry. Keenan Lowe on the return, but
it cost him that game late.
By Maldonado. There's a handoff for Kenyon Barner, perhaps the only one we'll see, and he's muscled out of bounds. In the flat, Bennett flips it high to Barner, who's going to try to make a couple guys miss, but he can't, and he stops short.
Lots of different people you're throwing to, but you'd like to see the ball move.
Maldonado punted to Chad Delaney. He's going to take it. No fair catch signaled. And Delaney tries to get the corner, and he's dragged out at the 45-yard line. MVP of the Rose Bowl. That's a very, very good linebacker core. And that's D'Anthony Thomas carrying the ball after all and showing that burst of speed that he unleashed on the Badgers in Pasadena for 2 long runs. Didn't expect that.
Well, you don't also expect to see it between the tackles.
No.
So much of his damage a year ago was fly sweeps and outside and special teams, showing a little bit more versatility between the tackles.
Not very good tackling either. Delivering a strike, the run. Catch by Rashawn Vaughn as a sophomore out of Oakland.
Count on a Maxwell, the true freshman, at nearly 200 pounds to come in and bring it.
Empty backfield, and they didn't blow it dead. And into the end zone goes Mariota for a touchdown for the light team. Not just the first down, but the touch.
This is where you can't panic and try to force the issue too much.
Take a shot on first down and a very accurate throw. He squeezed it in there to Eric Dungy, the son of Tony Dungy, as a possession-type receiver this year. Bennett again over the middle, and again caught. And you're seeing already that urgency as Stanton makes the catch for another first down. For the green team, Brian Bennett, a couple of completions. They got a first down here as he takes off, and he's got some room. It's a downfield block, and it'll be tagged at the 40-yard line after gaining 12.
I would say it's quick, yes.
I think he can make plays with his feet just as well as anybody in the country at the quarterback position, with the possible exception of Denard Robinson. And slides it out in the flat, and a completion there to Bassett for another first down.
And that should allow those receivers to grow up around that run game.
There's a throw in the seam and a completion, and scooting in for a touchdown is B.J. Kelly.
Pocket shot, that zone coverage, and you can see he's looking at it all the way. Look at the RPMs. That cuts off. That's safety there. Has that coverage over the top ends, right? That, I mean, those are that's not a 1AA. No offense to the 1AA schools. And to do it all season long. That was the one question at his size and his frame. Could he endure?
Mariota takes off. They don't blow it dead. And there you see the breakaway speed you talked about. They won't catch him.
Nope.
That brings the crowd to life. And here is the explosion.
And you see it, just a nice, subtle fake, and it's that one right there. That's instinct. That's exactly what that is. That's not something you coach up and say, okay, here, fake this.
Once again, a 3rd and long for Bennett and the dark offense.
He's got him.
Got time, takes a shot downfield, a little bit late with the delivery, and it gave time to Terrence Mitchell to recover and make the pick. After the false start, Mariota has a 1st and 15, and he's got a man wide open. Flipped out there, and the catch made by Hawkins as a coverage bust. Think about so far. I mean, the coaches. Another good delivery in the flat, and the catch is made by Murphy.
To him or that system to the other, they're very, very similar.
Mariota steps up, delivers high, and a touchdown strike. As Daryl Hawkins, or excuse me, DeAnthony Thomas, there to congratulate Hawkins, who makes the catch. And another impressive drive. Green defense making it a little bit too easy that time.
Movement. It's what Darren Thomas and Dennis have done, right? Just a little subtle. That's great. Earlier, the technique where the ball got away from him when he fumbled in the pocket. That's textbook. That's keeping your base underneath you. That's feeling the rush. All the 7-on-7 and the work you do together. To go out on a high like this it feels good. And for Bennett on the other side, he's got to regroup here. He's got the second half, as well as probably at least two more possessions here.
Give a little bit more, just...
Have you had a chance to form an impression on Eric Armstead, who's actually an early enrollee, a guy who should be a high school senior, 6'8", what a specimen. You say he's done some things. Obviously, he's got a lot to learn, but he'll do some things athletically that just blow him away. He'll throw a lineman. Lean defensive lineman here. 6'7", 6'6" recruits. That's the model.
Yeah, size, definitely, height does help a lot.
Yeah, they could use a few more bodies like that guy.
Any team in America could. Mariota right back to work.
Today, through the summer, into training camp, he's going to push this competition all the way through.
And there's an interception.
There's the first mistake.
Right on cue, he tried to force it. And Ekpreolomo, who is
and part of that is because you've got moving pieces. And you're right, they're going to rotate around. In the same way, they rotate the receivers and running backs and defensive personnel. There's Dungy again.
Yeah, no Weems and no Mark Asper.
Junior college transfer. All of a sudden, those numbers may approach double digits.
There's more trouble. Another turnover. Pick off, and Bennett trying to make the tackle. Knocked out. No, but it's a touchdown as Tyson Coleman took it in. Wasn't sure if they're going to give him the pick 6, but they do. Game. Play action on 2nd down. This time Bennett holds the ball. Play still alive. Now he'll flip it at the last minute, but he's well across the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, if I'm evaluating, I like that. I want to see it when it's difficult.
He was tagged down again. Didn't show a great deal of urgency trying to escape the pocket. And Tony Washington will be credited with the sack.
Taylor Hart is really growing on that defensive line. The starting 11 is going to be good. Colombo at linebacker. Yet again, just another gorgeous throw.
DeAnthony on the catch.
Good front 7.
Mariota has it and delivers far side. A completion to Vaughn. On 3rd down, there's a strike. Open receiver. Still alive. Playing the far side and down to the 20-yard line. And he knocks it through.
But I think Oregon and USC clearly the front runners.
A chance for Bennett in a 2-minute drill.
A lack of some belief here offensively.
There's a completion, and they do convert on 4th down. Jersey, because he's playing a little receiver, and he helps his buddy out there, but sacked now is Bennett back inside the 40-yard line. That offensive line has had a hard time keeping that light rush out of there. Isaac Remington.
Around Bennett all afternoon.
Final 20 seconds of the half. They flipped it underneath, muscling across the 50-yard line. It is one of just 15 practices, and the practices when the cameras and the fans aren't here just as important. And the fall camp is really going to decide this race, let's be honest.
Very difficult for Bennett and the Dark team to have a pocket and a presence offensively in the passing game.
Weight room and staying well stretched and well conditioned throughout the entire summer.
You mentioned the Arizona State game, but
tremendous throughout the entire spring. Both bring tremendous leadership for being young guys. Everybody responds to them well.
This scrimmage going, especially with Marcus playing well. I mean, what do you see from him in these situations? He makes a nice completion over the middle there.
I'm a 49er fan, so all throughout last season, he talked a lot of trash about my team. And so when he got drafted, I shot him a text and I said, what do you know? You're a 49er. He's sitting on the sideline, especially in this atmosphere. We have a great crowd here, and just to be able to go out there and compete with my guys, it would be fun.
Near the goal line now. A little hesitation from Bassett. He'll take a loss.
The ability they've had offensively would be so productive.
See Kenny Bassett able to squirt into the end zone. I was just going to ask you.
Freshman quarterback still coming off of an ankle injury.
He actually broke his leg late in his high school career, and he was much, but work to do there. Big time in Seattle on defense. So this is Mariota back to work, and he swings it to Vaughn. Yeah, I do. I think the defense will be excellent. I think that clearly this quarterback position is intriguing. We have to see.
We watched the film, you knew the receiver ran the wrong route, so sometimes it's not always the quarterback's fault. It's maybe the guys around.
You mentioned Michael Clay. We're going to show the highlight of his dramatic fumble recovery in the Rose Bowl right along the sideline against Wisconsin. And you mentioned athletic ability. Tremendous athletic ability shown by the head coach.
And will take himself through progression, and for such a young kid that's never really having a game experience, to see him in a real good game experience, if you're playing in a game against a good team, and you may have to trade score for score, but you got to be patient and have some confidence. That's a hell of a ball right there, by the way.
Yeah,
that's really kind of what this whole day is about for us.
Very well said, and a great tradition you guys began a few years ago. We appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, guys.